You hear a lot of people say, when you get paid, make sure you pay yourself first. But how do you go and do that? I'm going to share with you some great ways to pay yourself coming up. Hey, Freedom Frugalers, it's time for another episode of Frugal Freedom, where you learn how to become financially independent and be more productive and protect your well-being. I'm your virtual mentor, Izzy, and this is another fantastic Finance Friday. If you haven't heard by now, starting today, you should be looking into paying yourself first before you pay other people, okay? According to many greats, this should be equivalent to what it would cost you for one working day of your pay, or about 10%. But you can start with as little as 1% and build your habit, or you can get as radical as I try to do every month, which is around 30 to 75% of my income. Regardless of how much, you should be putting aside money before you pay any debt, any expense, any car payment, whatever. Part of what you earn is yours to keep. Always remember that. Write that down in the comments below if you believe it. Part of what I earn is mine to keep. Then you use the rest of the money to live off of. If you follow my budgeting series, I made a video teaching you how to do this automatically. And by doing so, you can change your life and you wouldn't even miss it, okay? But before I start, I just want to say that you don't have to do anything in any particular order, nor do you have to do all of these methods at once. Lastly, I am not a financial advisor. Everything that I provide should be taken with discretion, as I am only providing information and not personal advice. Now, with that said, how do you go about paying yourself first? Let's talk about it. The first way to pay yourself is just gently tap the like button, thumb strike the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification so that you can become free. Now that we got that out the way, number one is to pay for your surprises. Now, if anything happens, God forbid, your car breaks down, you got to make an emergency travel to see a family member, you have an unexpected major bill, such as a hospital bill, again, God forbid, how will you cover yourself? So in saying this, you want to plan for your surprises. They call this an emergency fund. So start putting money into an emergency fund so that you can be prepared for if and when things happen, all right? But don't just put money in here. Figure out what would be an actual surprise, set a goal, and then have money deducted from your account automatically to a separate account, all right? Then have your money deducted from your account automatically to a separate account that's also liquid, such as another immediate checking account, all right? Number two, pay for your right now living. Again, God forbid, what would happen if you lose your job? Now, I want to say this. I hate to sound pessimistic, but these things happen, all right? How would you cover your expenses until you get another job? Start saving up until you get about 3 to 6 months of expenses covered. And just to be even more safe, save up to a year. This is what I'm actually working on at the current moment. Again, set this up automatically to leave your account. Now, this may take longer, but even if you decide you want to leave your job and start your own business, I'm definitely not suggesting that you do until your business can at least double the amount that you make at work. But you'll be at least able to live for up to 6 months or even up to a year. Number three is to pay yourself to make more money. In The Richest Man in Babylon, Arcad, whatever his name is, taught that you should save 10% of your income and invest it into people or things that are highly skilled in what they do, or you know for a fact that they are going to yield income. In other words, save and pay yourself to invest more money. But make sure you know what you're investing in and be sure that it will make you more money. I'm learning this a little bit more so that I can better teach you guys here on this channel. But index funds, ETFs, and bonds are some great ways to invest your money. It's something that I'm studying now, so I don't have all of the information to give you at this time, but just know that those future videos will come. But this can also be a business. This can be investing in your education so that you make more income, etc., etc. Again, set your goals and have it deducted automatically. Number 4 is to pay for your future. This last one is probably something that many of us aren't thinking about, but start looking into investing in your future retirement. Okay, I know you're young, you don't want to think that far ahead, into the future, but I promise you, your future self will thank you. And before you know it, this will come faster than you know it. All right, I grew up wanting to be an adult, and in the blink of an eye, now I wake up and I'm 25. When you get to be 40, 50, 60 years old, what will you have to show for all of your work when it comes time to stop working? As many of us that want to live forever, nature will ultimately show us. And, like I said, God forbid, there may be a time and period where you are not able to work, or you just simply don't want to work anymore. Okay, so I'll have separate videos, but I would start looking into a Roth IRA. Find out if your employer will match your 401k contribution and take advantage of that. Okay, in conclusion, there are 4 ways that you can pay yourself. Whichever you choose, get started on it right away. Set up a budget, and when you set up a budget, establish your savings and pay yourself first, and then live off the rest to pay your bills instead of the other way around. You'll find that it's the same thing if you pay all your bills and then save versus saving and then paying all your bills. It's the same exact thing, but the mindset is different. All right, you will make your savings a priority rather than bills, instead of vice versa. Okay, so if you do need help with budgeting, I have a complete series on here called No Discipline Budgeting. And to go with that, I have a free guide that allows you to come up with a strategy for figuring out a comfortable savings habit and living comfortably while doing so with little to no discipline. If you would like to get a copy sent to your email, the link is in the description below. Once again, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And finally, comment down below if you are already paying yourself first, if any of these ways sound good, or anything that I missed. And lastly, if you have any other topics you would like me to cover. I've been Izzy, your virtual mentor. And until next time, stay frugal until you're free. Peace.